Hello there, friends, and today we're going to be talking about the budget and specifically the stamp duty change. Now, this budget for me was a very, very painful one, if I'm going to be honest with you. And Rachel Reeves, you are definitely off my Christmas card list. Now, landlords, as of 2016, already have to pay 3 points more than anyone else buying, or if you're a second homeowner, more than if you were a first time buyer, which is quite a lot. It's a big difference when it comes to stamp duty, and this is now increased again, up 2 extra points. So it's now 5 points extra for second home buyers or landlords with multiple properties. And this is going to make a big difference. So roughly for every £100,000 on a mortgage you're taking out, it's going to cost you an extra £2,000 with this new budget than it would have costed you before. So that's a big difference. So I'm actually buying 2 properties currently, and it's going to cost me about an extra £12,000 extra stamp duty on top of what I was paying before, which was quite a lot of stamp duty on its own, with the extra 3 points plus the normal stamp duty rates. This is a big difference, and this comes into effect immediately virtually. So as of the 31st of October. So anyone buying in November, you are going to get hit with this, with the exception of if you have exchange contracts already. You're lucky, as they will keep the old rate going. So if you have exchange contracts, don't worry, you're going to be okay. If you haven't though, this is going to be a painful one, and I'm really feeling your pain here, as I've got this ×2 as well going forward. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, landlords, who cares about them? You know, if they cost them more money, too bad. But what about, now if I decide to pull out of these deals I'm doing, and there's a chain of 5, 6, 7 people, that's all residential people, first time buyers that are getting affected, and the whole thing can collapse down. And this will be happening all over the country with thousands and thousands of peoples. So, the estate agents and the solicitors, they're going to have the work full for the next few months, trying to mend deals and keep things going, as people can say, I'm paying now 6,000 more, 10,000 more, we want you to reduce the price, which some people will do, some people won't do. So it brutalises everyone, this rule change. And it's the fact that it's just come in immediately. That for me is so completely unfair, because you've made a property purchase, and you're going in with what you think it is, and then literally, virtually overnight, you then could have to pay thousands and thousands more, which perhaps you don't have. And then the deal is over, and all those people sort of suffer as a result of this. This would have been a lot fairer if they wanted to do this, say, we're going to bring this in March, we're going to bring this in 8 months, a year's time. So then if you do want to buy property, you know what you're going into. And this to be thrown in there last minute like this with literally no prior warning, I just think is absolutely disgusting, and I'm livid. Obviously I'm buying 2 properties, but even if I wasn't, the fact that it's just been put in immediately like this, I just think it's disgusting, and so many properties are going to fall over now as a result of this. And I feel very sorry for people that their chain is now broken as a result of this budget. So if you are buying commercial property, actually the stamp duty has stayed exactly the same, and they're sort of almost telling us here, we don't want you buying residential property because we're going to cane you on stamp duty, and get into commercial property, buy shops, etc., because we're not going to hammer you so hard on the stamp duty there. But I just really don't like this. A lot of people, they just want to own one extra property, perhaps to sort of boost their pension, and we're getting hit very, very hard now as landlords when it comes to stamp duty. And I actually feel that home builders now are going to be building less properties, even though the government have got this target of 300 or 1,000 properties they're apparently going to build every year, which I will believe that when I see it, because this is very counterproductive to doing that, as a lot of landlords now won't be buying, and we already had an issue with landlords fleeing the market. as you know, they believe the governments were against them, and this is just going to compound that even further. And the people it's really going to hit is actually the tenants, because as all those landlords leaving, the demand for rental is still super high. More landlords leaving, the price for your rental properties is just going to go up and up and up, because this is what supply and demand dictates. Yeah, if you're renting property, I actually feel it for you on this one as well, because even though you may not know it yet, this will affect you in the coming years. So for me, it was a bad budget. I really didn't like they brought this rule in last minute, and yeah, I just wasn't happy with that. I just feel morally that is very wrong thing to do. But let me know what you think in the comments below, if you're with me on this or if you're against me. I'm very interested to hear your opinion, but that is my opinion on it, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.